In a world overrun by deadly creatures that hunt by sound, the Abbott family must live in silence to survive. Join Evelyn, Lee, and their children as they navigate a desolate landscape, facing unimaginable dangers while relying on love, resilience, and the power of silence to protect each other. Among the many tattered missing persons flyers, a family quietly tiptoes barefoot through an abandoned store in a ghost town. Evelyn Abbott, played by Emily Blunt, the mother, carefully searches through a cluster of uncollected prescription bottles for her eldest son, Marcus, played by Noah Jupe, who is ill. She gives him some medication and uses sign language to reassure her deaf daughter, Regan, played by Millicent Simmonds, that her brother will be fine. Regan then checks on her younger brother, Beau, Cade Woodward, who is drawing a picture of a rocket on the floor. He signs to Regan, "Rocket. That's how we'll get away," before climbing the mostly empty shelves to reach a space shuttle toy. The toy falls, but Regan catches it just in time. Meanwhile, their father, Lee Abbott, played by John Krasinski, has scavenged some electronics to boost a radio signal and found some cutting pliers for Regan. Evelyn signs to her family that it will be dark soon, and they prepare to leave. Suddenly, looks of horror spread across their faces as Beau is seen holding the electronic space shuttle toy. Lee carefully takes it from him and removes its AA batteries, signing, "It's too loud." As the family departs, Regan secretly gives the toy back to Beau, who grabs the batteries on his way out. The Abbotts silently walk back home along a trail of sand they've created. Upon reaching a walking bridge, they hear the electronic sound of Beau's toy. A horrified Lee races back, but it's too late. An alien creature swiftly seizes and kills Beau. Back at their family farm, Lee is in the basement, where he has set up an extensive surveillance system of cameras and monitors, a radio, and various electronics to try to contact other survivors. The walls are covered with news clippings about an alien invasion, along with Lee's notes like blind, attack sound, and armor. Evelyn, meanwhile, is in the cellar, where she hangs a mobile she has crafted. She is pregnant and sets up an oxygen tank connected to an infant breathing mask, placing it next to a covered, soundproof baby crib. Lee moves to the top of the grain silo and looks through pictures of Beau. Evelyn asks Regan to tell her father that dinner is ready, which she reluctantly does. After a silent prayer, they eat quiet foods on leaves of lettuce instead of plates. Later, Regan and Marcus play Monopoly, but Marcus accidentally knocks over a lantern, setting the rug on fire. Lee quickly puts it out, and they quietly wait for any consequences. Hearing a loud noise on the roof, Lee looks out the window and is relieved to see a raccoon fall off. He heads to the basement to work on a cochlear implant processor for his daughter. Evelyn joins him, and they share a smile and slow dance to Neil Young's Harvest Moon. While Lee pours sand on their walking paths, Evelyn checks her blood pressure in the cellar. Her due date is just a couple of weeks away. She listens to her strong, healthy heartbeat through a stethoscope. Regan, being careful to walk only on the marked parts of the floor that don't creak, enters the house and wants to go down to the basement, but her dad stops her. He has added small amplifiers from a stereo to her new cochlear implant processor and wants to put them on Regan, but she stops him, signing that they never work. Disheartened, Lee hands them to her and sets out on an excursion with Marcus, who is scared and reluctant to go. Regan wants to go instead, but Lee tells her to stay and take care of her mom. Upset, she tries on the new cochlear implant processor in her room, but when it doesn't work, she is devastated. Regan packs a bag with her cutting pliers and a wrapped object from her dresser and leaves the farm. Lee takes Marcus to the river and teaches him that making small sounds is okay as long as louder sounds are nearby. Next to a waterfall, they can speak freely without fear of being heard. Marcus asks why Lee didn't let Regan come and if he blames her for Beau's death because she blames herself. Lee says it was no one's fault and should tell Regan he still loves her. Meanwhile, Regan reaches the walking bridge where a makeshift memorial has been constructed for Beau. She unwraps the object from her dresser, revealing it to be the space shuttle toy, and uses pliers to cut a wire so the toy lights up without making noise. Back at home, Evelyn carries a laundry bag from the basement, but gets snagged on the stairs, causing her to fall and exposing a nail sticking up from the stair. On their way home, Lee and Marcus encounter an old man in the woods and notice his wife's dead body nearby. Lee implores the man to stay silent, but he lets out a primal scream instead. Lee grabs Marcus and runs as the man is quickly killed by an alien. Back home, Evelyn's water breaks. She heads to the basement and steps on the exposed nail. She manages not to scream but drops picture frames, drawing an alien into the house. Evelyn switches on red light bulbs across the property as a warning signal and searches for a mechanical kitchen timer. The alien slowly descends into the basement, listening for any signs of life. When the timer goes off, the alien attacks it, allowing Evelyn to run upstairs. She sees another alien in the front yard and retreats to the bathroom, sinking into the tub as she begins to give birth. Lee returns home, horrified to see the red lights on. He signs Rocket to Marcus and tells him, "I need you to make a sound louder. You can do it." Lee grabs his shotgun as Marcus lights a fuse, setting off fireworks. Lee searches the house and finds the bathroom empty, covered in blood. Believing Evelyn is dead, he weeps until he finds her hiding in the shower with their new baby boy. Marcus, meanwhile, runs from an alien and is knocked unconscious in the cornfield. Regan returns home and sees Marcus's flashlight beam from the cornfield, but cannot hear the approaching alien. Her cochlear implant processor produces a high-pitched feedback, distressing the alien and causing it to flee. Regan finds Marcus, and they retreat to the top of the grain silo. Lee takes Evelyn to the cellar and places their new son in the soundproof crib. Evelyn, filled with regret, makes Lee promise to protect their children before getting some rest. Water floods the cellar, and an alien enters, but Evelyn hides with the baby. On top of the silo, Marcus signs, "Don't worry, he'll come for us." Regan shakes her head, replying, "He'll come for you." Suddenly, the hatch breaks, causing Marcus to fall inside. The alien in the cellar is drawn out by the noise. Regan jumps in after Marcus and saves him, but she quickly sinks into the grain. Marcus pulls her to safety as the alien crashes into the silo. Regan's processor emits feedback, driving the alien away. Regan and Marcus hide in a pickup truck. Lee arrives and is attacked by the alien, causing Marcus to scream. The alien rips open the truck, but Regan turns off her processor. Now the alien resumes its attack. Lee, injured, signs to Regan, "I love you. I have always loved you," then yells to sacrifice himself. The children roll the truck back to the house, reuniting with their mother. Evelyn and the kids retreat to the basement, where Regan sees her father's work on the cochlear implant processor for the first time. Overwhelmed, she scans Lee's notes about the alien's weakness and switches on her processor, creating feedback. The alien collapses, and Evelyn shoots it with the shotgun. When they see more aliens approaching on the surveillance monitors, Regan turns up the speakers and Evelyn pumps the shotgun, ready to fight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more great content, and click the bell icon to get notified whenever we post something new. See you next time.